Hello everyone. Welcome to English Speaking Series. I am so happy you are here today, because what you will hear now is not only a story, it is a journey about life, about small steps, about hardships, and about how one young man named Daniel learned to turn obstacles into opportunities. Stay with me. Listen carefully. This story will help you learn simple English, help you feel stronger, and if you like it, please subscribe so we can grow together. Daniel was a young worker. He lived in a small apartment above a noisy market. He woke up before the sun most days. His father had once been a bus driver and now rested at home. His mother cooked and cared for the house. Daniel had two younger sisters who went to school. Daniel worked as an assistant at a small company. He did many things. He answered phones, made copies, carried files, and even brought tea for the office. His salary was small, and sometimes he wondered if he could do more. Yet Daniel had a quiet hope inside him. When he looked at people on the bus, he did not only see strangers, he saw possibilities. He saw the shop owner who smiled and said good morning to customers. And he thought, one day I will build my life like that. I will be kind and strong. He saw students with books and thought, I will learn from them. He saw people with big ideas on their phones and promised himself, I will have ideas too. Work was not easy. Daniel's manager was strict. If work was late, Daniel felt the pressure. If a mistake happened, words came hard and loud. Colleagues sometimes treated him like the helper and not like a thinker. At night, when the small lamp above his bed glowed, Daniel would think about his life. He would whisper, Am I enough? He worried about money and the future. He worried that his English was not strong and that people would not listen to him when it mattered. Then one day, the first big test came. The company got news of a client who could bring many orders. Daniel's manager gave him a key role: prepare the presentation. It was the first time Daniel would lead something important. He felt fear, but also a strong desire. He worked late. He practiced his speech in the mirror. He wrote the slides in simple English. He asked his friend at lunch to help him check the words. He tried to make everything perfect. On the day of the presentation, the office was tense. The client came in with a serious face. Daniel's heart beat fast. He opened his laptop and connected to the projector. Suddenly, the projector failed. The slides would not show. His manager's face tightened. The client tapped his pen. Daniel felt the room shrink like a small box. His hands trembled. He could have panicked. He could have blamed the machine. But Daniel remembered his father's words, when things break, your words and your heart can still shine. He took a deep breath, stood up, and spoke. He used simple sentences. He told the story of the product, the benefit, and how the client could grow. He used examples. Imagine a busy shop where customers wait less. And imagine a worker who can finish the job in half the time. His English was not perfect, but his voice was clear. He looked at the client, then at his manager, and he did not stop. The room grew quiet. When he finished, the client smiled and said, Young man, that was honest. I like your idea. The client signed the deal. Daniel did not only save the situation, he learned that when tools fail, courage and clarity win. This was the first time Daniel felt that an obstacle could be an opportunity. After that day, more challenges came. He faced rejection when he applied for a small promotion. A senior colleague got the job. Daniel felt pain. He thought of quitting, of looking for easier work. But he remembered the presentation. He decided to see rejection as feedback. He asked his manager, "Why not me?" The manager said, "You are hardworking, but you need more planning." Daniel thanked him and asked for advice. The manager gave him tasks to learn project planning. Daniel stayed late and wrote notes. He read simple books and practiced making lists. He started small, plan a weekly task, then a monthly one. Slowly, he became better at planning. Facing rejection taught Daniel a big lesson. He learned to ask for feedback, to change small things, and to show steady growth. Each time he failed, he did not hide. He asked, he learned, he tried again. This pattern became his secret: listen, learn, and act. There was a time when Daniel felt lost. A rumor at work said the company might reduce staff. Many people worried. Daniel listened to the news, but he also prepared. He learned a new skill, basic spreadsheet work. He used his phone at night and watched short lessons. He practiced copying numbers, summing totals, and making simple charts. When the rumor became real and a few people left, Daniel's manager noticed his new skill. "Who can help me with the report?" The manager asked. Daniel stepped forward. The manager was quiet, then said, "Good, thank you." Daniel had turned fear into preparation. This small skill saved him and opened new tasks. On the way, Daniel found mentors in small places. An older woman who worked in marketing gave him a short tip: speak slowly and use one key. Message. A delivery driver taught him how to be patient when traffic is bad. Small delays do not stop a long journey. His mother taught him kindness. Give your best without showing anger. These small mentors shaped Daniel's choices. Life also gave Daniel personal obstacles. His younger sister fell ill for a while and the family needed money for medicine. Daniel felt heartache. He gave some of his salary, and he worked overtime. He could have been angry with life, but he used it as a push. He found small freelance work making flyers for a local shop on weekends. He learned to design simple posters with clear words: "Big Sale Sunday. All items half price." He learned how to use simple English for promotion. The extra money helped his family and gave Daniel confidence. He learned that personal pain can push one to find new ways to help. Every morning Daniel used small routines that helped him grow. He practiced one new sentence in English at breakfast. He wrote 3 things he would do that day on a small paper. He walked to the bus and greeted one person. These daily steps were tiny, but they built his habit of action. When obstacles arrived, he had the habit of moving forward. After months of steady work, something changed. The small company got a chance to bid on a larger project. Many employees were busy, and Daniel volunteered to prepare the bid document. This time he used his new skills: planning, simple spreadsheets, clear writing, and confident speech. He met the deadline and wrote clear benefits for the client. The company won the project. People praised Daniel for his organized work. He was no longer the invisible assistant. He became a trusted teammate. Daniel's growth was not a straight line. There were nights when he cried. There were times when money was short and the bus ride felt like an ocean he had to cross every day. Yet in every struggle he found a lesson. He learned to break big problems into small tasks. He learned to ask for help when needed. He learned to share work and to be humble. He learned to give credit to others and to say, Thank you. People started to notice his calm and steady work. Then the bigger test came. His company faced a big crisis. The main client was unhappy with service and might leave. The office mood became heavy. Meetings were long. People blamed each other. Daniel felt tension in the air, but he also saw a chance. He offered to call the client with a friendly voice, to ask what they needed, and to write a short plan to fix the problem. Many were surprised. Why would a young assistant do this? Daniel simply answered, "I want to help." He spoke in clear, simple English, listened carefully to the client's worries, and promised small steps, better delivery checks, weekly report emails, and a direct contact person. The client appreciated the sincerity. Over time, trust returned. The company kept the client. This moment showed Daniel and they team that problems could become opportunities. To build trust. When you face angry people, listen first. When you listen, you often find simple solutions that work. As Daniel grew, his English also improved. He learned to use short sentences that were strong. He learned small phrases to show empathy. "I understand." "Thank you for telling me." "And I will solve this." These phrases opened doors. People liked that he spoke simply and honestly. With time, Daniel began to help others. He taught a young intern how to make a simple report. He guided a colleague on how to speak slowly in a client call. He shared his small templates and notes. Helping others was a new opportunity. Through teaching, Daniel became better at his work and earned respect. He saw that leadership is not only about big roles, but also about small acts of support. A major turning point came when Daniel was asked to lead a small team for a local marketing event. This was more than a task. It was a chance to show his growth. He planned the event carefully. He assigned clear tasks. He used short checklists and practiced the speech with his team. On the event day, the weather was bad and rain made the market late. Many would have panicked. Daniel used his calm voice, moved people with small steps, and focused on the client's needs. The event went well. The client thanked them publicly. Daniel's manager placed a hand on his shoulder. "Well done." This success did not mean the end of struggles. New challenges came. A new company offered Daniel a job with a higher salary. He had to decide, stay in the small company that taught him, or move for more money. He took time to think and used his clear method. List the good and the bad. He spoke to his family and mentors. He realized that growth was not only money, it was learning, support, and purpose. He chose a new job that gave both better pay and more learning. His parents felt proud. Daniel's journey gives many lessons we can use every day. First, obstacles give clues. When something stops you, ask, "What does this teach me?" Second, small habits matter. The daily small steps Daniel took, one English sentence, one checklist, one act of kindness, grew into big change. Third, ask for feedback and learn. Rejection is not the end. It is information. Fourth, help others. Teaching improves your own skill. Fifth, use simple language. Clear words are stronger than complex speech. Here are some daily life examples you can use like Daniel. If your boss gives you a hard task, break it down into 3 small steps and do 1 step today. If a machine or tool fails, speak clearly and explain the main point without it. If money is tight, try a small weekend job or learn one new skill that costs little but helps you find more work. If someone is angry, start with "I understand" and listen. Then suggest one small fix. If you want a promotion, ask for feedback and make a simple plan to show progress. Daniel's final test came when he had to present a full project to the top leaders in a foreign language. He felt fear. He practiced the speech, recorded himself, and made a clear script of short sentences. He prepared answers to likely questions. On presentation day, he stayed calm, used his short sentences, and showed the plan step by step. Leaders were impressed. They asked for his ideas on bigger projects. He was promoted to a role where he could lead more people. When Daniel looked back, he did not see an easy path. He saw many broken things that taught him new ways. He saw failures that turned into lessons. He saw doors that opened after hard knocks. He learned to turn obstacles into opportunities by being kind, by learning, and by acting. The final message I want you to take is simple. Obstacles are not the end of your story. They are pieces of the story. Use them. Learn from them. Take one small step every day. Speak one clear sentence in English each morning. Help one person when you can. Ask for feedback and use it. If Daniel can do it, you can too. Start today. Write 3 things you will do this week. Practice one new sentence in English every day. Help someone. Small steps will become big change. If this story inspired you, please subscribe to this channel. Click the like button if you feel moved. Share this story with a friend who needs hope. Comment below one small step you will take this week. I will read your comments and support you. Thank you for listening to Daniel's journey. Remember, turn obstacles into opportunities. Keep learning, keep trying, and keep your heart kind. Your story is waiting.